Hi guys, right now I am angry.
And I want to look good for you. I'm not looking good for anyone else.
I just don't know why this always happens to us. Like, what?
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
This is what we have been watching pretty much nonstop the past several days, just Hurricane Ian coverage, and the damage is insane. Obviously, you guys know it hit Florida, but if you look at this map, something we've been keeping an eye on is that it's headed toward us. Obviously not as a hurricane, not nearly as strong, but we are still supposed to get very strong storms up here, like the hurricane, which obviously it's no longer a hurricane. I think it went to like a tropical depression, and then I don't know what it's gonna be by the time it gets here, but it's kind of like curving around. And in all of the maps we've been seeing, it's just like Charlotte right there. So we're supposed to get just like a lot of rain, wind gusts. All of the afternoon camps at Burn Boot Camp have been canceled. I went this morning, including noon, so it should be starting pretty soon. I mean, if you look outside, you can start to see, okay, I love how as soon as I turn the camera, it's still, but the trees were swaying before. It's been raining all morning, and it's really supposed to pick up later. And honestly, I'm not prepared at all. Apparently, we have a very high chance of losing power, which I don't know, like I just hate so much preparing for something that doesn't happen. Like I remember when COVID hit, when the stay-at-home orders first went into place, I'm not gonna lie, like kind of panicked. It was just so unknown, and I feel like, you know what, it was Zach who panicked. He like made us go to Whole Foods and get all of this stuff. We ended up getting like jasmine rice that we never, what? No, you really did panic. So the bottom line is, I do not think we are prepared for if we lose power. Although I am going to be hunkering down for most of the whole day and the night, because that's really when it's supposed to get bad, I think late afternoon into night. I am going to be getting lunch with a fellow, oh my gosh, not fellow, I'm not a reporter, but a reporter here in Charlotte. And honestly, I'm just going to walk to the place. I would way rather just walk with a big umbrella than even drive, because I just hate driving in the rain. Like, it's just not my thing. I can barely drive as it is, I feel like. So you put rain in the mix and it's just not happening. It's super close though, within walking distance. And honestly, speaking of the news, it has been really weird watching so much news coverage of Hurricane Ian. And granted, I've never covered a hurricane before, but obviously I've covered a lot of flooding, I've covered tornadoes. Like, I've never chased a tornado or anything like that, but I've covered a lot of the damage and the aftermath. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it feels good to not have to be out there. I really do feel for a lot of people. I mean, a lot of them like it. Like, who's that guy? I'm gonna put Jim Cantor, something Cantor on the Weather Channel. I somehow totally butchered his name, Jim Cantori. The one who stands out in the, like, 100+ mile per hour wind gusts. I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten a lot of, like, messages from you guys asking to speak on this. I don't know. If he wants to do it, he wants to do it, but let's be real, it's nothing but a viewer grab, a ratings grab. I was, tuned in. I was looking at the TV because it's, like, interesting. It's like, what the heck? How is he doing this? But is he really saving lives by standing out there with a helmet on? A lot of them have helmets on. No, you don't have to be, like, I don't know. I don't want to, like, insult anyone, but it is kind of ridiculous. I don't know. I like, as you can see, like, I don't know. Like, if he wants to do it, he clearly wants to do it. So I guess he can do it, but at the same time, I think a lot of people are catching on to how ridiculous it is. Watching the Weather Channel like 24/7 over the past few days, they must have said at least 1,700 times, we are safe. We are, like, explaining their safety plans and all of that, because they have gotten a lot of hate over the last couple of years of, like, why are you out there? Why are you standing out there saying, don't be out here, this is deadly, but you are out here? Like, you know what I mean? It's contradictory. And I feel like a huge thing with the news over the past several years is now it's all about being real, being raw, being just a human. Like, so for you to be standing out there and telling other people they can't, like, what does that make you? Like, the weather god? Like, not really. I'm going on a rant, but I don't know. I just feel like the news is more like, we're all real. And if a reporter said, hey, I'll tell you what's happening, but I'm not standing out there, I think people would not care at all, and they'd actually probably applaud that. I also watched one part of the Weather Channel where, I don't know her name, I don't know anyone's names, I don't normally watch the Weather Channel, but it was a woman reporter who asked the anchor back at the station a question. The question was, does this have the chance to be a Category 5? His response, if I were her, I would be like, nah. He was so rude. I honestly think he wasn't trying to be rude. He's just naturally I don't know, like that, but not in a bad way. It's just he's more like straightforward. He basically told her question was stupid. He's like, it doesn't matter, da da da. And then he was going on, and then he's like, your question's okay, I guess, but. And she's just standing out there getting pummeled as she hears him saying her question was basically stupid. I don't know if she cared or not. Like, she might not have cared, but personally, you don't do that. Like, my anchors, I can't even imagine them. Even, I am not going to lie, I've been out in the field where an anchor asks a question that maybe isn't the brightest. I'm not giving examples, but something that just was like obvious, or even I've had it before where they ask a question, I already said that in my report, so I don't know if they weren't paying attention or what, but I'm never gonna make the anchor look bad. You're always gonna be like, oh, you know what? Kira, like whatever the name is, I don't know. So, I don't know. You're always just supposed to make each other look good, and that was just weird. When I'm going for a more natural look, so I have these two Laura Mercier, I go for the translucent pressed powder, and when I'm kind of like going out on the town having fun, I do translucent honey, which kind of just has like a honey tint to it, I guess. I want to just buy all these, but I bought so many of the honey when I was reporting because I thought it looked better on camera, and now I'm stuck with like 10 honeys because you guys know I buy in bulk, so trying to use up the honeys, but I'm doing translucent today because I'm really trying to be very natural. No matter how natural I'm trying to be though, you always gotta go full force on the brows. And I'm currently using, this is actually like a sample. It is the Anastasia Brow Definer in, what shade is this? Medium brown, which I like it. Gets the job done, gets the brows looking a little more in order. This is the finished look. The lips are not natural at all. Obviously I'm glossing it up. I feel like I always need to go with a good lip no matter what, but I cannot believe how dark it is in here. You can see I have that little lamp on. And then we have all these windows, but I guess it's because they're blocked by the trees. Even on a sunny day, not a lot of light gets in here. So you can imagine when it's like raining, storming, all of that. But as you can see, I did a little shopping the other day. It was pretty spontaneous. And I want to show you guys what I got. I feel like this is so old school beauty YouTube as I sit here with like all my bags, also in my robe, which is not planned. The sweater I'm wearing today is still in the wash. Let us start with this guy right here, Lululemon. This isn't even that exciting, but if you haven't already bought these, you have to. These are the Align leggings. When I first put them on my body, I couldn't believe the sensation I felt. It does not even feel like you're wearing leggings. Like, it is so buttery, but not tight. I get a size 4 in these, which some people actually even size down in these. I don't though. I'm just chilling with the 4 and it just feels so good. Next up, I could not resist myself at Guess. I got a pair of sunglasses because I feel like I just wear sunglasses every single day and I'm getting sick of wearing the same exact pair. So these ones caught my eye and I just think they're so cute and unique. And then I put them on. Let us do a little reveal. I just love these. They're so fun. And I don't really have any that are like the, I guess, like slight cat eye, not crazy cat eye, but feeling fresh. And honestly, this is probably the most I've ever spent on sunglasses. $41. I normally only spend, I don't know, less than 20 is like my rule because I'm gonna lose them, I'm gonna break them, whatever. But originally these were even more than that. I went to the outlet mall, so we're getting some deals and discounts. 41 is still kind of a lot for me. Next stop was Aerie, which I can't really show you. It's just bras. They had some sales on bras. I needed them. And then I also just needed a plain white tank and I figured going to the outlet mall would be perfect so that I could get it for cheap. And then this one I am actually the most excited about. You guys know I wear my white sneaks with everything. My old pair is Adidas and I went right back to Adidas because I just think white sneakers, like, they're so versatile and you don't have to worry about being uncomfy. Like, the era of dying in heels is just over. It's over. So I got myself a new pair. Look how white they are. Like, this is not going to last. Let me actually show you. This is the pair I had been using, which honestly, these don't even look that bad on camera, but I guess maybe if I put them side by side, like, these are so much whiter. These are like totally discolored. And yes, I do wash them, but at this point, you know, they're ready to go to the grave. And the best part is I got the shoes for $32. Here's a cute little outfit of the day. This is seriously like my classic. This is the comfiest sweatshirt I've ever gotten. It is in Cincinnati. I was doing a story actually. Oh my gosh, look how red my chest is. I have such sensitive like chest skin, or even my like face. Like, I don't break out, but I'll touch my face and it'll be red. It's so weird. But Anyway, such a comfy sweater. I got it on a story. I think it's like Cincy shirts or something, but it's just so oversized and soft and beautiful. It says Cincy on it. And then these are the Align leggings. Doesn't even feel like I'm wearing pants right now. It's magical. And I'm actually wearing my old shoes because it is so disgusting outside and I'm walking and I don't want to get my new ones dirty. But oh my gosh, guys. Okay, ready? I'm gonna visualize something I've been talking about on the channel. These are all of Zach's shoes. He also was more in there, and obviously he's wearing a pair right now. And then you see that? You see that? These are mine. Like, this is my full collection. I'm gonna actually be getting rid of these once I unbox my new ones. But this is my entire shoe collection that I brought while traveling. Zach has all these, and he just informed me he ordered 3 new pairs on Puma's website. Like, I don't know where he thinks he's gonna be like storing all of these, because every time we pack up and travel, like, we always say, okay, we have just enough room. Like, there's no more room. So yeah, and I would never even know about this order of his if he didn't tell me. He accidentally shipped it to Cincinnati, so he had to figure out how to get it settled with Charlotte, and he did, but it's a lot of shoes for one man. Well, as it turns out, I did not plan accordingly. Zach took the car to go to the gym, and the umbrella was in the car. I didn't have an umbrella. Meanwhile, the first place I went to was closed because of the storm. We ended up going to Cava, though. It was perfect. He did so good. It was so great meeting Sydney. And then the walk home was absolutely awful. Ended up stepping in a puddle. But little did I know, the worst was yet to come. All right, well, just got home. Wonderful lunch, but this is not good at all. So yeah, we have a really bad leak inside our bathroom. I thought this was coming from the toilet, but no, it's coming from the ceiling. Well, clearly the storm has progressed. They did say tonight would be when it gets the craziest. I don't know how this leak happened. I just messaged the host. He was so nice. He was like, oh my gosh, I'll get a handyman out as soon as I can. And he was like, do you need me to come over to bring you any clean towels or anything? And he lives like 30 minutes away. I was like, no, we have everything under control. Multiple buckets. I should have told him we're actually experts at this by now, since we dealt with this in Cincinnati too. And oh my gosh, it's actually this is a big leak. I didn't realize they actually canceled all of the schools in Charlotte today. Like I think it's like Mecklenburg, I forget, whatever the county is. All the schools were canceled because that's how bad things apparently are going to get. Obviously you don't know the timing specifically with just flooding and all of that. And earlier today, people started losing power at for example, my workout class is at 8:30. Some of the girls came in saying they already lost power. And I was talking a little bit about it earlier. I am not prepared for if we lose power. I even went to the grocery store and was like, you know what is my hurricane snack going to be? Obviously it's not a hurricane, but storm. What's my storm snack gonna be? Sometimes I just don't have a brain. Microwavable popcorn. That's exactly what you want when the power goes out, because obviously if it goes out, what I didn't realize is I won't be able to microwave it. So that was the stupidest thing I could have gotten. We do have some snacks up here. This is our little snack section. Zach has these pretzel rods that at least could be good, but I am useless. The one thing I am useful for is I got us some Ghirardelli dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. The darker, the better. I'm just obsessed. I always have been. I don't know how people enjoy milk chocolate when there is such thing as dark chocolate. And before the whole leak happened, Zach had broken out his wine glass. He was about to pour himself a nice old glass. He's been getting these. I actually had a sip. I liked it, and I'm not a wine person, but it's Yellowtail Cabernet. It was like $5, and it tasted good. And I told Zach I really want to watch. I bet it's gonna be the first thing that pops up since it just came out today. What the heck? I feel so bamboozled. Luckiest Girl Alive says right here, it comes out October 7th. If you look here on Google, it says initial release date, September 30th, 2022. I'm so sad. I thought I was gonna be able to watch this movie tonight. Why are they lying to me? Oh, okay, update. It's actually now in the theaters, and then it will premiere on Netflix in a week. That's so stupid. Oh my gosh, I'm sad. It is clearly a lot later. A guy came to check on our nice little leak, but there's nothing he can do about it because something's happening on the roof, but the storm is still here, so they can't get on the roof. Obviously, it's super dangerous, so we've really just been rotating these pots, and I just don't know why this always happens to us. What? Another leak? For those of you who might be new here, we had to leave our last apartment, in Cincinnati, because of a crazy leak. Our walls looked like they were gonna start caving in. It was a whole thing. So we're just gonna have to ride this out overnight. It's just bad because where's my phone? It looks like it's just gonna be like non-stop rain throughout the night. As the popcorn is being popped, or will soon be being popped, I want Zach to explain. Ready? Take it away, Zach. You can grab the camera. You're like,
I
what?
can, yeah, thanks.
You're like, what is this? What you hate the most about me? What you just said. Well, you didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing.
What? I don't even know what you're referring to.
The thing I just said that you hate.
I seriously, I'm like blanking on what our. Oh. Well, yeah, Clancy like does things like she's like, but you have to like keep it in mind, or like
I don't know
there's
why,
other
but...
things like you say like. Where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna like, what are you talking? Like we're speaking. I'm gonna keep things in my mind. Like I'm gonna like
it's
understand.
It's just like filler words for me, but Zach takes it so like personally offensive. Like not offensive, but you're just like, I am keeping it in mind.
Well, yeah, it's not. I don't like take it offense. It's just like you don't have to say it.
I can't help it. Also, this is the most powerful microwave. That just went from 0 to 100 real quick. This is way less like satisfying than I thought.
It is a little burnt.
Oh, it looks good though. The best combo ever. Popcorn and of course, dark chocolate. The last thing I had before bed last night was chocolate, and the first thing I'm having this morning is more chocolate. Clearly I have an obsession, and I'm currently reading the book Every Summer After, which it's okay. It's a romance, and I'm not really like a romance book person. I just feel like they're all the same. You know what the ending's gonna be, so it's fine. I'm like 70% through, and I just wanna get it over with at this point. Thrillers. Give me a thriller, and I'm happy. And all Zach needs to be happy is a little bit of Entourage. How many seasons is it? You've been watching this for so long.
I don't even know how many seasons there are. I think this is in season 4.
What? You watch it like every day. For months.
There's like a bunch of episodes in each season.
You're just super content.
Oh yeah. Super.
Zach went to the gym. Today's a rest day for me, and I've just been having like the coziest fall morning ever. Like I love this so much, and I just finished editing the vlog you would have seen, or it's not a vlog, it's a video, probably before this. I don't know when I'm uploading it, but it is how I saved money to travel. This video took me so much time, and it's funny because technically it's not worth it. These types of videos, the saving money one, tend to not do as well. Like they don't get as many views, and yet I put so much time into it. But I feel like I'm more doing it like for me. Like it's just so fun for me to get into the filming in different locations and the editing and all of that. So I had a lot of fun making it. That's what matters most. One thing is though, for this one, I made 2 different thumbnails, and by now you would know which one I chose, but it's this one versus this one, and I have no idea. I feel like this one's more typical of me. Like I have so many similar to that, whereas this one's a little different, but these are the decisions I struggle with. And I've also, let's see, I've been watching some YouTube as well. This is, oh my gosh, this is Justin and Gabriel. They're like the sweetest YouTube couple ever. People ask a lot which YouTubers I watch, and I feel like I have 2 categories. I have the set of YouTubers who are very similar to me. I could see us being friends in real life. And then I have the other ones who are nothing like me for whatever reason, not in a bad way. It's just we're so different, but it's still so entertaining watching them. And I feel like Jess and Gabriel are kind of like more similar to me. And last night, oh my gosh, we were watching Dahmer, which is that show on Netflix about Jeffrey Dahmer. I had to turn it off. Like I had to stop it. It is just so disturbing. Like I love thrillers, but cannibalism and all of that, like that's where I draw the line. We ended up watching The Patient instead. The first couple of episodes are like 20-minute episodes. So far it's good. It's just very slow. So we'll see how that ends up being. But I'm just enjoying my cozy little morning. I have no idea what we are going to do today, but I'll see when Zach gets back from the gym what he's feeling. The rain, by the way, a little update. The rain stopped. It's cloudy. Like it's not like a beautiful day or anything, but as long as the rain's not here, I'm fine. And we could at least get out there. It's funny because I feel like I am the only person who has this type of bun as their go-to hairstyle. I feel like every single human being does that slicked back low bun, like the one you see Hailey Bieber do, but that actually looks awful on me, like absolutely awful. And I've always just been like a slick back, like I don't want the part, like the other bun has like the part in the middle, no part slicked back on top of my head. and I'm actually, believe it or not, about to go out. But it's just one of those like chill nights, not getting too ready, just wearing my, oh actually this is what I got in Miami. I'm obsessed with this sweatshirt. Even when I'm being casual, of course, gotta smell good. This is the Daisy perfume by Marc Jacobs. Not to brag, but I get so many compliments when I wear this. You do the wrists, boom, boom, and then the big one, if you really just want everyone to be like, oh my gosh, behind your neck. Because when you hug them, not that I plan on hugging anyone tonight, but it's nice to smell good, okay? Zach and I are actually going to be going to this place. It was the first place we went to here in Charlotte, like the first restaurant where we ate. We were on our way to Flower Child, which I really wanted to go to, I'd read about. And then we saw Leroy Fox. It just looks so cool from the outside. So we went in, we ate, and then we realized after we paid, like the next day, Zach's mom actually got me a gift card there for my birthday before we even came to Charlotte. I just totally spaced on the name. So needless to say, we're going back. Perfect ambiance, perfect atmosphere. I think I got like a salmon sandwich last time, so maybe I was trying to say, I'll switch it up. You know me switching it up, it's just chicken sandwich this time. Please don't hate me. I will never understand why people get so angry about my like food choices. Like, does it really impact you? It's not even like I'm eating super healthy or super unhealthy, or people are like, oh my gosh, like your health is in danger, you're eating so unhealthy, or I'm like too healthy, where it's like live a little. Like, it's just normal. I just like what I like, okay? And by the way, you could see it a lot better at night. Like, you could barely see this right now, but we can actually see uptown from our apartment. Obviously it's an obstructed view with all the trees, but at night it's like all lit up and it's so cool. We have honestly done such a bad job branching out from this South End area where we're in, but it's hard because we're in South End and we haven't even scratched the surface. Like, there's just so much to do and see here, and just like different restaurants to try, different bars. So it's not like we're just going to the same spots. Obviously we haven't to Leroy, but it's like, it's just so cool here. But I know we also like should see the outskirts, especially if we plan on moving here one day. So eventually we'll get a little more crazy, but for now, another South End night. Okay guys, right now we are passing Jenny's Ice Creams. I have never passed this place where it didn't have a line of at least 15 people. Like, I don't know if that even exists. It must be like the most popular spot here in the South End. This is a poppin' place. You know it's a good menu. I didn't even realize this last time. They have a whole section of chicken sandwiches. Like, that is what I am talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it should be no surprise to anyone that we chose bar seating so that we can be next.
Thank goodness.
For an appetizer, we got a nice round of zucchini fries. Do you want to dig in there and try one? I don't think I've ever had a zucchini fry in my life. I don't even know if Zach has. Whoa. Mystery sauce going down the hatch. Actually like see the zucchini. The main dish has arrived. I did a barbecue chicken sandwich, and Zach did a buffalo chicken sandwich. He got the sweet potato tots. I did the fries. Just a little update. We're at the bar and Zach is mad at me because I put lipstick on.
I'm not mad at her, but we're about to leave, and it's not even a night she dressed up anyway. So why are you putting more lipstick on when we're leaving to go home to our apartment, when you're already dressed in your jammies?
I'm not dressed in my jammies, first of all, and I want to look good for you. I'm not looking good for anyone else, even if we're at the apartment.
You put lipstick on for yourself, not me.
I put it on for everyone.
No.
Anyone who's going to look at me.
Well, then you just said it's not for anyone else but you. Now you just...
Okay, well, it's also for mostly you. It's mostly for...
Not mostly for
Yes, it is.
I always say not to, so it's not.
You don't know it looks good. It looks so good. And also,
Don't say it's for me.
the best part is I only put on layer 1. I have a 3-layer routine.
Yeah, that's too much.
And only 1 layer is on right now. Updates to come.
Let's throw it if I see it.
Okay, just a little update on the Jenny's ice cream line. It has only picked up. Like, this is nuts, and it's cold right now. Hi guys, right now I am angry. It's actually Monday, not Sunday, even though I did record yesterday. I brought you through a little bit of my day, but then I also started another vlog, like a what I spend in a week video. And whenever I'm doing 2 videos at once, it's just a recipe for disaster. Right now I'm cutting butternut squash, which is like the worst food ever to cut yourself, but if you buy it pre-cut, it just costs so much money. So this is me being cheap and annoyed. So anyway, started my what I spend in a week video, and then I formatted my card, which aka means I deleted all of the footage from yesterday in this vlog, like that was meant for this vlog. So sadly, you're not getting any of that content, and I'm doing my Monday meal prep, which at the beginning of the week, I try to just kind of like prep out some vegetables. So you can see I've already done a lot of butternut squash, still doing more butternut squash. I got some Brussels sprouts, and I hate this so much. Like, it's a lot. It really is. I don't like it, but the end result is just so worth it. Like, just having all of these veggies you can constantly take from throughout the week and just make different meals with, like, oh, it's just so worth it. This is the finished product. We've got a lot of Brussels sprouts and butternut squash. I don't know how I'm portioning this out, but I'm actually not going to be doing like rice or quinoa or carb this week because, quite frankly, I'm just sick of it. So I'm just going to do a lot of veggies. I just add sea salt to both of these. And this is the finished product with everything packed up. So this is basically just like one serving of squash, and then I'll just take from this container of Brussels, and I currently have my salmon in the air fryer. I just do it for like 9 minutes at 400 degrees, and then I'll just like kind of rotate my protein for the week. And this is lunch. Also, the book I'm currently reading right now, not this, Unbelievable by Katie Tur. I don't know how it took me this long to read it. It's about her experience as a reporter covering the Trump campaign. He was very vicious to her, and it is so freaking good. And pretty much I think this is gonna be the end of the vlog, Zach.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
One thing I did want to say that was cut out yesterday, and I deleted all of that footage, is Hurricane Ian, because obviously I was showing you it from my perspective here in Charlotte, which the storm, by the way, did not end up being bad at all here in Charlotte, but obviously, as you guys know by now, Fort Myers got just hit, and more news is coming out. Just, there's still, as I'm filming this, obviously it might be different by the time this video goes up, but as I'm filming this, looking for people, and it's devastating. So if you guys are in that area, or if you've been hit or affected, just know I'm thinking of you, and of course so many people are rallying behind you. I feel like that also kind of put things into perspective. Ooh, sorry, I have my editing up. Put things into perspective when I formatted my card. Normally that's a very annoying thing that would make me so angry. It's happened before where you film a full day's worth of things and you can't recreate it, right? Like, I can't recreate us going to the Panthers game and all of that. So it's very frustrating, but something like Hurricane Ian certainly put that in perspective, where it's not a big deal. I'll just pick up my camera and record some today, and it's gonna be just fine. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I'll have all of my social media posted down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. That was a weird, aggressive wave.